Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for February 2022. Crazy, right? So yes, we are in New Year and we are in February already, and we're going to look at a channel energy as always and relationship, romantic energy and situation here. In the second part of the reading, I will also draw some charms in the end of the reading, and I will talk a little bit about the astrology throughout the reading. So yeah, just that you know what's happening. Check out the description box for all the information that you need, and we'll get started. So I did this reading earlier in German. That's the reason the cards are out, just in case you were wondering. This is a very, very interesting and also intense reading, I have to say, Aries. There is just such a crystal clear indication for you that you're really stepping into a new phase of life, and it might feel very... You might feel it's not something that just happens subconsciously or subtle. You know, it will be very clear. It will be very well perceived. So you will definitely know what's going on. And I think you will also see things very clear for what they are here with the Queen of Swords. And you will really have power over your own decisions here. It's not something that's going to happen to you. I think it's going to happen with your consent, even though it might not be easy to move into this. It might be a challenge, I have to say. Overall, you have a Knight of Pentacles energy here when it comes to relationships, and you have the World card. The World card for your general energy is really stepping into that new version of yourself, or really through a portal into a new chapter of your life. With the World card, I say it's not a new chapter, it's a new book. You know, it really is a completely new step into a new journey here with the World card. And it feels right. You know, the World card upright is a card for me that feels right. Even though it might feel a little shaky, you know, because it is really a growth that you are forcing here, I want to say, for some reason. But it's a dance of transformation also. So it's a very, on one hand, it's very freeing, but it can be, I feel like it must be the feeling when you're like going through the atmosphere, when you go to space, you know, before you're floating. There's a lot of pressure, so I feel like this kind of feeling is coming through for me. You have a Ten of Swords. You're starting this month with a Ten of Swords moment. There is, and this is super interesting because we also have this dead end card here that came out in the Archetypes Oracle. There is a dead end situation. I think you're coming to a point in your thinking where you know this is a way of doing things, or of thinking, or of strategizing, or of planning that is not working anymore, and it's done. You know, this is a way of thinking that I cannot move forward with anymore. This is something I need to let go. It might feel forced. It might feel like you're forced to let go of a part of yourself, a part of your mind, a part of your psyche, a part of your thought patterns or train of thought, or a certain train of thought. It's done. It's you're just coming to a point where it's like, okay, dead end, period. Queen of Swords says that this is a step that brings you more into your power. By letting go a certain pattern of thought, or letting go certain memories, even for some of you, letting go or being forced to let go a way of you thought that things can work, will bring you more power, will put you in a position of more power, especially when it comes to your mind. You will be more powerful when it comes to decisions, you will be more analytical, you will be crystal clear, you will be more patient, and you will see things for what they are. You will not, especially I think when it comes to love, be in a anxious, frightened, confused mindset. You will see things very clearly, maybe a little cold, detached, but very, very logically and accurately. So you will judge things as they are and not be confused. And you will also, I feel like you're really seeing a person or a situation for what it is for the first time maybe. And you might be, it might come as, it might not, I wouldn't say a surprise, but I get the feeling like I've tried everything. I tried everything, I thought everything through. There is no more I can come up with in my mind. This is what it is. This is, I looked at it from every angle, and this is what it is. So it might even be about yourself, you know, maybe there is a part of yourself where you're like, okay, this is not going to work for me anymore. I tried everything. I tried to drag it along. I tried to compromise with it. It's not, I need to let it go. Because I see that strongly here with this particular Ten of Swords card. If you look at that, it's a part of himself that he needs to let go of. This might take a little hit for you, I think, even though you're in very strong mental position where you're like, you're not going crazy, you're not anxious, you're not, you know, it's not gonna shake you up on a mental level. This might still shake you up on a little bit of a self-worth level where you're like, now what, you know, what do I invest in myself? How do I feel like myself again? How do I feel good? How do I feel like I'm also manifesting a feeling of self-worth and confidence? Because I think you're confident in your thinking, but maybe just because you see things for what they are right now, it might not show itself in your everyday just yet. But that's fine, because now you have the strategy, and to bring it into fruition, it's not going to be a process of like this, you know, if you want to manifest, especially earth energy, like really material, physical stuff, it just takes time to build something, you know. If you have the strategy, it might take less time, so that's a good thing. And you're willing to put in the work, you know, you're like thinking long term, so you're not in a rush. You don't have to be in a rush. It's the most important thing this month is that you're seeing things for what they are. You're seeing things very clearly, and you're very on point with your perception. So don't doubt your perception. In a relationship situation, Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles in reverse, and Ten of Swords. I mean, you guys, it's... I don't want to say unfortunately, because I don't think it's unfortunate to come to a moment where you're like, this is not going to work anymore the way we're doing this. And Ten of Swords, of course, if you're in a long-term committed relationship, which I doubt, because you would probably not be here if you would be, this, of course, could be like, this is a cycle that needs to end and we need to step into something new together if you're in a very committed, like stable relationship. But if not, then there might be, the moment might be here where you're like, this is not going to work with a person. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords in reverse. I think you've really thought a lot about it. You've been super anxious about it. You've thought everything through from every angle, and you're coming back to your very clear, analytical, swift mind with the Queen of Swords, and I feel like you're making a decision. You're looking for, you're seeing things for what they are. This could be, unfortunately, again, and I say fortunately because this is working for your greater good, that you see things for what they are. This could be a third party. Maybe you're finding out about a third party. That might put you, of course, a little bit in in a self-confident moment where, I mean, obviously if we find out about a third party, and we've all been there, you know, in dating, that we know we are not the only person or whatever, it is uncomfortable, of course. And I talked about polyamorous situation as well. Even if you're in a polyamorous situation, there is a sense with Three of Pentacles in reverse that that not everybody is, that your needs are not being met. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, there's also the indication, if it's not another person, because it doesn't have to be, you know, if it's not another person, it could also be other responsibilities of that person, and they are not able to meet your needs, and therefore you're just done. You're like, okay, I've tried this. They don't seem like they can micromanage the situation and give me what I need and give the kids or their work or their whatever it is, other responsibilities, what they need, so this is not going to work. I can't continue doing it like this, especially if you feel like this person is not working with you. There's a strong sense of that there is a person working against you and not with you, or is not willing to work with you, and is expecting you to put the work in. I think you are really willing to think long term and walk away from this. And looking at the situation, it really looks like you're looking at the situation, walking away from this, because you know you have so much to give here, and so much that so many resources and so much that you want to invest, and you're not going to just put it into a situation that doesn't appreciate it or is not willing to invest back. It might be a hurtful moment here, or like a it's not even, I don't see hurtful moment. I feel like the hurt is already over with the overthinking and everything. It's more like a moment of clarity and truth that might be that might be intense. But this Ten of Swords card is nice, you know, because it's like, okay, there is hope. There is hope for the future. And I mean, she's standing there alone, you know. It's like you're hopeful. I feel like it's a hopeful card to really look into the future and also see the freedom of and the chance of freeing yourself out of maybe a situation that was pretty hopeless, actually. So Astro dice are saying, don't forget where you're coming from and how long how long you actually have come, or how far you've come, I'm sorry. And also it suggests maybe for, you know, really stepping into your self-confidence again, go into different places, maybe new communities, 11th house where you feel like home. Look for places where you feel like home with the Cancer and the 11th house, and nurture yourself and go into communities and to places, into new environments, and experiment a little when it comes to finding people, surroundings, situations, and locations where you feel homey. I think it's really important for you now to look for that in new places. Okay, so the Dead End card really came out, which is mind-blowing, because with the Ten of Swords in German reading, I was talking about the dead end all the time, and then I pulled the Dead End card. I will read from the book because this is a really good text, I think, that you can maybe work with, that can be helpful. The Dead End. The closed door, the final chapter, the impasse. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end from a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. Okay, so when this energy is light, it's about acceptance, humility, relief, reverence for change. I'm sorry, English is not my native language. I'm already a little tired. So when this energy is light, it's acceptance, humility, relief, reverence for change. When dark, it's inertia, stuckness, tension, unconscious gripping. If you want to go deeper, you can listen to Kenny Rogers' The Gambler or Donny Hathaway's Giving Up. I like these little exercises or practices that you can do to go a little deeper. And we're gonna pull some more charms. Wow. Yeah, I feel like there is a third party involved. And you're maybe figuring it out, finding it out, looking closer, getting the receipts. Also, maybe you've already felt like you have something on a person and now you're really getting the receipts, the clarity of a situation. And maybe even just the understanding that this person is not as attached to you as you thought, because this is my loose attachment pin, and that there is love in the situation, but it's hard to transform. So it's more important that you love yourself and also work on, again, I mean, everybody has to do that, I feel like, in their lives who has been in a relationship ever. But work on, you know, topics and maybe issues of dependency, codependency. Maybe there is something to be healed, to be coming up. Again, how dependent are you on this person? And how dependent are they on you? And is that balanced? And yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of clarity with these two clear crystals coming out. Maybe even understanding more in clarity about how this person is just withholding investment. I feel like they have a lot to give, but they are holding back, and this is just something that you can't accept anymore, maybe. And this could be even work, you know, it doesn't have to be another person. But this could really also, this could be clouding their vision also, I feel like. Maybe there is things going on in their work that is clouding their vision. They're not seeing things clearly, and they might subconsciously carry some negative energy that is too critical. Maybe they're too critical of you, or there is a third party involved that might bring this energy, you know, family member or somebody who is too critical of you. There is some I feel like there's some bad influence on this person, and they're letting this happen, and therefore they might not give you the full, not what you need, you know. They might hold back, and you're done. I feel like you're done with it. Good for you, because this is not healthy. It's really important now to love yourself first. This is also this Venus charm. Love yourself first. Put yourself first. And work with all the very clear answers that you have here. I think you're seeing things very, very clearly. I don't think this person can cloud your vision. If somebody else tries to cloud their vision, you know what's the truth, you know what's right, you know what's the deal. There's really no compromising of the truth for you right now. So wow, okay, Aries, this is intense. I hope that you have a great February still, and that you navigate yourself through this month. Keep in mind, this is only a card reading, you know, don't let it dictate your month. But I hope you still gain some more insight. And as I said, you have a very, very clear vision this month, and you will see things very clearly. And you're also in a very stable energy here with the Knight of Pentacles still. So it's not, your everyday will not be shaken up. It's just going to be challenging for, it's going to be mentally intense. Yeah. So thanks for being here. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.